What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and I want to talk with you guys for a moment about something that really irks me. And before I get into the subject, I want to just put out a disclaimer. I am not Native American. I don't have Native American ancestry. Um, and also, I do recognize that there are people who are legitimately mixed with white and Native American. And those people aren't really the people that I'm going to speak about in this video. But where I'm getting at is oftentimes I see white people claim to have Native American ancestry. And this is particularly in the United States. I don't know how it is in other countries, so I'm just going to talk about in the United States. But I see people, particularly white people, claiming to have Native American ancestry. And oftentimes I see that when they do this, they oftentimes are just kind of like trying to make themselves seem, they're either trying to make themselves seem, exotic by like, oh, my hair is from my Native American ancestry. My hair texture, or either like, oh, my cheekbones, or either maybe you have like a, certain, slightly unique, type of skin tone for maybe a Caucasian person, you know, something like that, so, sort of trying to make yourself seem exotic, and maybe cool. um, so yeah, I see white people doing that, or I see and hear about them doing that. And also, white people often claim Native American ancestry to sort of try and sidestep racism, like, oh, I'm part, Native American, even though in their day-to-day life, they live their day-to-day life as a white person, and also their Native American ancestry is probably very distant, if it even exists at all. I know it's not first generational. It's definitely multi-generational, and it's from way far back, and it's probably not even a fourth. It's probably like an eighth or less, you know, if that. Probably not even any of that, because a lot of times people claim to have it, but they don't. And, um, you know, it irks me to hear white people claiming Native American ancestry. And also they use it to kind of try and cash in on benefits that are specifically for Native American people. Like those benefits are benefits that Native American people need and that they are entitled to for the genocide that they experience at the hands of white people. So white people shouldn't be trying to capitalize and profit off of Native American reparations. Like, no, that's not cool. Um, and like I said in the beginning of this video, I know that there are white people who legitimately do have Native American ancestry, and really do, like, it's first generational where it's like they're mixed. They have like a white parent and a Native American parent. I understand that, and I'm not really addressing those people. That's not my beef, or my issue isn't with those people. It's with the people who pretty much have a white look but trying to benefit off of Native American ancestry that they may have way back when, or either don't have at all. And also, it is documentation. There's documentation out there that, like, when reparations for Native Americans happen, like a lot of white people would pay like $5 to be put on record as Native Americans so that they can benefit from those reparations. Like, I think it goes into like education, where you can get like free education or free money for education if you are Native American as well. I think Native Americans were allotted land at one point, and also probably money as well. Like, so yeah, like white people are trying to benefit from that, but it's not. It's not for them though. It's for Native American people, and I just think that's really messed up. That white people would do that, you know. And I know it's not every single white person doing that, but it's enough of them, you know. $5 Indians. I'm not feeling them. So that situation does, you know, irk me. Hmm. And also to jump back to that whole white people using Native American ancestry to kind of like sidestep their own racism. Uh, like I wind up like wandering onto this guy's video on YouTube, and he looked white, and he even had a Nazi flag in back of his picture. I wound up posting something on his video, and then he wound up saying like, "Oh, he's mixed with Native American." Like, really? Why the heck? Why the flip do you have a freaking Nazi flag if you are mixed with Native American? See, he's like, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes white people will use that Native American ancestry, you know, quote unquote, to try and sidestep racism, like, you know, accusations of racism. You know, like, oh, I'm Native American. I'm not racist, you know. You know, when it's convenient, you know, they activate their Native American identity, you know. But when it's not convenient, you know, they jump right back into white privilege mode. You know what I'm saying? And that is not cool. That irks me. You know, I don't like to see that. um, a story that I have from my personal life, slightly off subject, but still relates to the subject. I had a teacher who was part Native American. His grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee Indian. And somehow we want to get on the subject of um, like American Indians and like baseball teams. And I guess some baseball team was selling some like memorabilia item that kind of like, I guess, copied some Native American artifact or something, and Native Americans were not cool with that. And then he wound up saying something to the effect of, you know, basically Native Americans just need to stop whining about it and try to just cash in on it. And that whole situation, that whole conversation took place like 10 years ago, and I still remember it because I'm thinking, okay, why don't you have your people's back on this though? If you claim Native American ancestry, why don't you have your people's back and just say, you know, either you could just shut up and not say anything, or you could just have their back, you know? But no, you want to just tell them what they should do because you are a fourth Native American. And I guess you feel like you are in a position to tell full-blooded Native Americans how to react to white people's appropriation of their culture. See? And as well, I know he considers himself white, even though he is a fourth Native American. Um, I know, like, he said his daughter wound up asking him, like, "Oh, if you know, if we were back in time, like, could you and mommy, like, you and mom wouldn't be a couple or something like that, or you guys couldn't be a couple?" And I guess basically he wound up just saying to her, like, you know, we still could be a couple because I guess because he considers himself white and that's how he identifies and lives his life, because he pretty much just looks like that unless he goes out into the sun for a long time and then he just gets a tan. And his wife is white, and if she gets a tan, well, she can't get one, I think. She just ends up sunburning. But yeah, so yeah, I'm again, that irks me when people, like white people who live a white life and have a primarily white identity, want to claim Native American ancestry, either to make themselves seem more exotic, you know, seem cool and maybe edgy, because, you know, being mixed, being of mixed race ancestry can sometimes be kind of like, um, maybe fetishized might not be the word, but sometimes it does kind of seem like, you know, fetishization. And as well, sometimes people view mixed people as being really exotic because it's a mixture of like two different races, you know. And perhaps, white people want to kind of like experience that. But they don't want to experience that too much, because I've never heard a white person ever claim, like, maybe one person. But yeah, I've never heard a white person claim, like, say, African ancestry. Like, they know better than to claim African ancestry now. Because if they do that, like, that whole white privilege goes right out the window. And people will flip the script on you real quick with that. But I did see like a YouTube video like a while back. I can't recall it, unfortunately. I wish I could link it, but I don't know where it is at this point. But I did see a YouTube video like a while back where this Caucasian man, or seemingly had a Caucasian look to him, and he did claim. He claimed like Peruvian ancestry and African ancestry, in addition to, I guess, his Caucasian ancestry. And he said, like, when people look at him, when Peruvians look at him, they know that he is part Peruvian because of like his features. They can kind of like pick out his features and tell. Like, probably to the rest of us who aren't Peruvian, we couldn't really look at him and tell. But yeah, that was the only person, or white person, seemingly, that I've seen claim like black ancestry or African ancestry. you know. But the thing is, even if you do claim it, then it's like you can't claim that ancestry and still have a white identity, though. So that's a bit strange too. But yeah, So that's pretty much my take on the subject and my opinions about the subject. I think if you are a white person and you're claiming Native American ancestry, I think you really need to be doing something to advocate for Native Americans and to help Native Americans if you're claiming Native American ancestry. And I don't think that's too much to ask, because if you are white or at white passing, then you are in a position to sort of help Native Americans. And I don't think it's too much to ask a white person who's claiming Native ancestry, since they are so in tune with their Native American ancestry and whatnot, to help them if you're going to claim them. Don't just claim them when it's convenient. At least that's one thing good about African African ancestry. Well, there's more things, of course, but one good thing would be like people not being able to jump in and out as easily, because like when you have African ancestry in the United States, like it's hard to negotiate that. It's the least negotiable ancestry. And of course, that comes from like a long legacy of oppression towards African people. But yeah, like I said, ultimately, it's not really bad. It's not bad for you as a white person to claim Native American ancestry, as long as you help Native Americans. As long as you're trying to help better Native American situations, because Native Americans, despite what it seems like, they're not a people of the past. They are a people of the present. They're still here in the United States. It may not seem like it, but they are still here. And that's one reason I think that white people do claim Native American ancestry, is to sort of like claim ancestry that is not seemingly relevant to today's demographics, so that they can still be exotic without having to actually deal with the repercussions of having ethnic or of color ancestry, so to speak. And also, you do notice that when white people claim Native American ancestry, they still are considered white a lot of the times. Now, if a white person claims, say, African ancestry, their whiteness is extremely questioned, and they lose their whiteness, so they're not doing that. Then just think, because once you claim it, African ancestry, it's over. your white privilege is gone. So, you know, there are white people who legitimately do have, some African ancestry way back when, but they are not letting you know about it. Wonder why. But these same people will let you know about their Native American ancestry. Wonder why. hmm You know. But I've said all I have to say for the time being, so thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Feedback and support are extremely appreciated and valued. Until the next video, adios and goodbye. And before I go, I just want to say that again, this video is not really meant to attack white people who legitimately do have Native American ancestry and do help and try to advocate for Native American people. That's not the tone of this video. It's the tone of this video, and the point of this video is to address and call out white people who claim Native American ancestry when it's convenient. Ultimately, they just claim it when it's convenient, and when it's not convenient, they wipe their hands of it. That's what I'm getting at with this video. So again, thanks a lot for watching.